Hi folks, I'm Steve Hindy for Showing Animals Respect and Kindness. The Illinois Humane Care for Animals Act states, no person or owner may beat, cruelly treat, torment, starve, overwork, or otherwise abuse any animal. But wait, there's more. Each owner shall provide for each of his or her animals veterinary care when needed to prevent suffering and humane care and treatment. How can this violent, dangerous animal abuse be tolerated in a state that boasts one of the best humane laws in the nation? How can any agency tasked with animal protection stand by and allow this to happen? On June 30th, 2023, a Shark associate and I drove to the Illinois Department of Agriculture headquarters in Springfield, Illinois to ask these questions. We drove through some really nasty weather and just missed an encounter with a tornado. When we arrived, much of the city was without electricity, including the Department of Ag headquarters. We walked in to find a presentation being given to a group of German tourists in the dark. This is the video of our visit. This is Mexican-style rodeo that's going on up in Kane County. They are injuring animals. This is a steer with a broken leg that they're trying to catch because they screwed it up so bad he got away. Okay. But we're talking about horses being beaten, cattle that are having their legs, backs, horns.
And this is in Kane County?
Kane County.
A suburb of Chicago, basically.
But it's also happening in Ogle, Will,
Boone, McHenry.
Boone.
Okay, so you need to talk to our Animal Welfare Division. So probably Dr. Mark Ernst is our state veterinarian. Do you know him? Do you? When you called down, who'd you talk to?
I talked to Conrad. Well, no, I tried to talk to Conrad, who wouldn't call me back.
I don't know Conrad. Is he a field guy or? Because I'm not from that bureau. But I mean, Dr. Ernst is our state veterinarian. Do you have?
Is he here?
I doubt it, because they send everybody home. We're like the only staff here because they send everybody home. We have no power on the fairgrounds whatsoever. The storm knocked everything out.
No, I love it that I'm talking to a cattle producer. You know how it's supposed to be done.
I've raised dairy cattle for 50 years. So yeah, I don't agree with any of this crap.
These are animals that are injured and they have no veterinary care all day. They brought in.
He just tore his tail off.
Quote, I don't agree with this crap, unquote. I don't know who this person is, but he says he's been raising cattle for 50 years and he knows this is abuse. He also knows that the Department of Animal Welfare, which is part of the Department of Agriculture, should be doing something, which is why he directs us to them. I don't know who this guy is, but he should be running the Department of Agriculture. Now we'll meet Assistant Director Christy Jones, who has absolutely no business running anything. Hi.
This is
yeah, we met before. I'm Christy Jones, Deputy Director.
You've moved up.
I don't need to be on video right now.
I need to have this.
Sure.
I need to make sure nobody says any.
Shut that.
No, shut that. No.
Okay.
I came down here to show this.
So we've talked several times, and this is a local issue. We worked on new rodeo guidelines, and if you're going to be abrasive, then I will need to call authorities.
Call the authorities. You think I'm abrasive? I've been putting up with this shit for a year, watching this shit over and over. By all means, call the authorities.
Okay.
Christy Jones' claim that this is a, quote, local issue, unquote, is nonsense. What does a local issue even mean? This abuse is happening in multiple counties in Illinois. But even if it only happened one time in one place, it's state law that still applies. Assistant Director Christy Jones either doesn't know how to do her job, or she just doesn't give a damn, or, and I believe this is exactly the case, she doesn't know and doesn't care, as you will see. When did anybody want to do their job around here?
So we just had a tornado, but we have no power. Please be patient with that, okay? Individuals who are
the tornado has nothing to do with you guys not doing your job for years. Nothing at all. You see this guy beating this horse? You see this?
I've seen it before.
Did you hear what he said? I've seen it before. These bureaucrats know what is going on and they're doing nothing about it. What a complete waste of taxpayer money. Damn, I don't even get paid and I'm trying to get this law enforced.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Y'all are getting paid.
Ms. Jones, let's talk about this.
I'm happy to listen, but this isn't the right venue either.
Assistant Director Christy Jones says this isn't the right venue to discuss the issue. Why not? The fact is, we've been informing the department for more than a year, trying to get them to do something, and they've refused. The Illinois Department of Agriculture has the duty of dealing with this issue. Under Section 8, Rulemaking, the law states, the department shall administer this act and shall promulgate such rules and regulations as are necessary to effectuate the purposes of this act, and the director may, in formulating rules and regulations pursuant to this act, seek the advice and recommendations of humane societies in this state. Christy Jones and her team have not only the authority, but the responsibility to deal with this terrible cruelty, and they refuse. We're at their headquarters. A storm has knocked out their power. The employees have gone home, leaving only management. What else do these people have to do that would preclude them from spending a few minutes discussing the issue and looking at the video? But they won't do either.
We've communicated all of our information to you. We are following state law.
You have professional investigators. I know, because you used to send them to the rodeos, remember? Back when we embarrassed the hell out of you guys during the National High School Rodeo Association finals. You remember those days? Were you here then? Good God, why don't you just talk like people?
This just isn't appropriate, sir.
But that's, I mean.
This isn't appropriate? What isn't appropriate is that this team of determined do-nothings are wallowing at the public trough. That's not appropriate.
And if you take me away today, do you think that's going to stop it?
Sir, I just want to keep everyone safe in this building.
Everybody's safe in the building. They're safe.
I understand, but we've had multiple threats from you.
Christy Jones says they've had multiple threats from me. I want to make sure everybody heard that. How interesting that Christy Jones doesn't go into any detail and hasn't filed a complaint. It's certainly not too late. Come on, Christy, let's see what you've got.
Threats? You had threats from me. By all means, you need to charge me today then. I want you to charge me for any threats that I've made, by all means.
So rather than looking at the footage, which Christy's associate admits they've already seen, she stands there with a half-assed smile waiting for police who aren't coming. Christy Jones' protege claims, I don't want to talk, I just want the camera on. So as you'll see, I briefly turn the camera off.
How dare you, lady? You say I made threats? You people won't do your damn job, and you're saying I made threats?
Sir, you don't want to talk, you just want the camera on.
Turn the camera off. Let's see what this guy's got to say when we turn the fucking cameras off. Asshole. What do you mean?
Obviously, I was really frustrated with these worse than worthless do-nothings. My words are harsh, and I don't take back a single one of them. These people are state-sanctioned grifters, nothing more. They have no sense of purpose, and they couldn't care less about the terrible animal cruelty that they're paid to prevent. People who are upset about this obvious illegal animal abuse have called the department for more than a year, trying to get some action, and these grifters refuse to do anything. So during this wait for whatever, Christy Jones and her fellow do-nothings could look at the video, and they could explain why they won't deal with the issue. They don't. This is why we call the Department of Agriculture worse than worthless.
I felt very threatened in the last 15 minutes of our interaction.
Christy Jones, who has multiple male associates standing around her, says she felt threatened for the last 15 minutes. Actually, she's only been there for about 8 minutes. Apparently her sense of time gets distorted when someone asks her to do her job. We had other places to go, and the police were dealing with emergencies after the storm, so we left, for now. Christy Jones, if you believe you were threatened, you should file a complaint. You won't because you haven't been threatened. You've just been asked to do your job, and that's obviously very scary for you and your fellow bureaucratic grifters. We'll have much more about the long and disturbing history of the Illinois Department of Agriculture in future videos. Governor Pritzker, how can you allow this to continue? You have horses, so stand up and set an example for these people who are getting paid with our tax dollars. There's going to be a lot of negative attention on Illinois and on you until this issue is properly resolved. If you care about animals, please call Governor Pritzker's office and let him know what you think. We'll post contact information in the description section of this video. I'm Steve Hindy for Showing Animals Respect and Kindness.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel to see more of our investigations and learn what you can do to help Shark help animals. Consider sharing our videos so other people can help save lives. If you'd like to support Shark directly, you can follow the donation link in the description section of this video. If you'd like to gain access to exclusive content, consider sponsoring us on Patreon.